We're just two friends who love the movies, call each other every morning. Hola, Mitch.
Hola, Sam.
¿Qué tal? ¿Qué tal?
Bien.
¿Qué tal? Hold on. Dude, I was skimming through your reviews um on Letterboxd, and I saw one of, I think it was No Time to Die. You
Oh,
watched
yeah.
you watched that in Spanish, right?
Yeah, I did.
So that movie is a very well, I mean, obviously it's an action movie, but it is very dialogue driven, right?
Yeah.
How was that experience watching it over there?
I think there were probably a few things that I missed, but in general, at the time, I was pretty immersed in the language, and I was able to follow along. It puts things into perspective. How much is communicated visually, and uh, it, the context is created by uh, the the way it's shot, and
Yeah.
it's just the musical cues and the facial expressions. But no, I didn't. At the time, it wasn't really a problem. Like I said, there's probably some things I missed.
Yeah, I was looking it over and I was like, I meant to ask you what movies did you watch over there in Spanish?
Candyman, Black Widow. Um, there may have been a few more, but things that things that were pretty manageable in terms of.
Okay, so none of them gave you too much issues. You could follow along and everything like that, right?
Yeah, especially if you think. I would say Black Widow felt like the easiest one, to follow. Like
Yeah.
I could probably tell you, I don't know, I probably only have to listen to the Spanish to tell you what's going on in this movie.
Yeah, it was pretty straightforward. You
I just
uh
opened wide and let him put the spoon in my mouth.
they fed you that sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just kind of skimming through it. I was like, oh, because
yeah, because it looked like you watched Spectre. I thought I saw or
yeah,
something.
I watched Spectre, and I'm currently on No Time to Die. It's a long movie. I just finished the part where Ana de Armas comes in. She's
Yeah,
always, dude. She's awesome in that movie, man.
you're a fan of hers.
Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but I thought she was just great in the No Time to Die.
Yeah, she didn't have a big part, but it was a cool scene, right?
Yeah, I think she's only in it for like 15 minutes, and I was just like, why didn't we just have her and
Oh,
Daniel
that's right,
Craig?
because you're not a fan of Sado. You felt like they didn't
No, no,
have
no.
chemistry.
I'm a fan of Sado, but I just think that
I
she
mean, in
was.
that movie with
Oh,
Craig, yeah.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, yeah. I like her in general, but I just, God, she was so miscast.
Dude,
I
did
mean,
you see The Beast last year? I know you didn't. Oh my goodness, man.
the Be-
If you're a fan of hers, you need to check out that movie.
the
That was in my
Beast.
top. La
No,
Bête.
I look. I watched the first 20 minutes of it, and not that I didn't like it, but I was like, okay, this is the kind of movie that you need to watch on the right mindset, right? Um,
Yeah, I would
you
say so.
you can't just, oh, it's 9:10 p.m. Let me turn this on. You gotta be ready for something that's going
I
to
guess so. I mean, look, there's two ways you could approach this, and there's a part of me that agrees with you. The other part of me is like, you can be ready for it, or you can let it get you ready. It's like you could come in, you know, in the position of being able to receive it, or
yeah.
it can send you there.
Yeah, I mean, I like her in general. I don't know, man. I don't know. Dude, did you hear about the whole Darren Aronofsky thing that's going on?
Tell me about it.
Apparently he made I think it's like a show or a mini series I don't know if it's being put on YouTube or where, but it's completely AI. And so I looked at the trailer. I mean, on one hand, it looks pretty impressive, but on the other, it's pretty obvious. You can tell it's AI. You know, a lot of people were upset about that, and I was like, I wanted to know your thoughts because I know we've had discussions in the past about AI and where is that line? Obviously, you know, as I don't know if it was one or two viewers pointed out, our image uh, is a bit AI. Well, it is AI generated.
It's a bit AI,
It's a bit AI.
and our
Um,
song,
okay, now you're
and
okay,
and and your voice
and
completely.
my
Everybody,
voice.
I should have been upfront with that. Everybody, to begin with, Sam is AI.
Yes, I'm not real.
He's an AI I made for myself when I was in third grade and I was lonely.
Dude, that would be a good idea for a
How sad, dude.
short. Oh man. Oh, that actually gives me a good idea, man. What if like every morning two friends FaceTimed each other, and then like at the end of it, you know, it turns out that one of them created this AI just so he could talk to him. I don't know. We could workshop that or something. That'll be pretty cool.
I don't think I'm gonna watch this Aronofsky thing, man. But in general, I'm I'm fairly open-minded about what people, I'm not gonna get indignant about it. I don't think. Maybe this year will finally be the year that I give up movies.
Oh, Mitch, so that's it. You're putting in the towel. That's it.
Maybe, dude, if I have the stomach, I just want to live a simple life, I want my family to be safe and happy, and these movies, they have their claws in me, I think I'll do this year, is after my month hiatus, I'll stop watching trailers. I'm not gonna watch trailers anymore. Trailers, when I watch them, it's like I'm injecting myself with like some desire. It's like
Yeah.
I've gotta see this movie. I've gotta, and like I was talking with somebody recently, and they're like, I feel like I can't not watch it. And you can probably relate to that sentiment. It's like, to be a part of the broader conversation.
Yeah.
Movies, you're like, I have to watch this, and I don't like that. That really, in that, I'm sure we've talked about this to some extent before, but in that moment, I was like, it just really bothered me. It kind of landed on me, and I was like, I feel that way too. Like, I don't, well, I shouldn't feel like I can't not watch something. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that just shows it's got its teeth in us, man. And I want to be in control. I don't want to be controlled.
Hey, you're kind of reminding me of Mr. Bug Hall right now.
Who's that?
Bug Hall from the Little Rascals. Yeah,
In what way?
him and his wife, and I think they have five kids. They left like how do you say it, like society.
Oh,
They're living off the grid. He he went on a whole spiel about like, you know, they want to like, he's literally building their cabin right now.
yeah. You get some
Um,
solar panels and
I don't think that. I think they're legitimately just living off the land.
oh.
Dude, maybe that's something you may need to do.
Well, I think everybody kind of starts to feel that desire after a while. I don't think you should really cut loose from society, but I'm think I, I think you should be, a person. You know, it's like we just offset everything to everything. It reminds me. George MacKay was in The Beast, and he was in Captain
Love him.
Fantastic. Did you see that one?
Which one?
Captain Fantastic with Viggo Mortensen.
Dude, of course I saw that at my old job, the Bijou.
Yeah, so in theaters and chat. Um, it's a good one.
Yeah, George McKay, man. We watched 1917, and then we watched him in 1923,
Oh,
which,
that's funny.
or I'm sorry, 11/22/63 or 64, whichever one. The one with James Franco, the miniseries.
Mm.
So we've kind of been watching a little bit of George McKay. I like him, man. He's
Well, you got to see him in the Beast, and it's quite a performance
is he playing like multiple roles or what?
in a cosmic sort of way. Yes.
You're not trying to ruin anything.
Nah, I'm trying to earn anything. You know what I think about sometimes, since I haven't watched any movies since we last talked, but sometimes I think about I think it's our only lost episode.
Which one?
So pretty early on when we started doing this, like something had happened and you had accidentally deleted or lost an episode. Do you remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
The reason I remember it and the reason it haunts me is because in it, I was singing the praises of a movie called Wild Mountain Thyme.
Yeah, that's right. Who was the guy who made it?
John Patrick Shanley, who made Doubt and Joe versus
Doubt.
the Volcano, and who wrote Moonstruck, and he
That was
made
the
an
episode that got lost.
yeah, that's the one that got lost, and no one's ever heard it. No one ever will.
No one they're hearing about it now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you about it now because I still have to defend that movie on a regular basis. It seems that people have no tolerance for it, despite the fact that it changed my heart.
Wait, what did you say? It changed your what?
My heart.
Your heart. Okay, you look at this movie and you wouldn't think that it's a movie that's gonna change anything in you. Okay, so you had to explain why did it change your heart?
Well, first of all, I don't understand why people wouldn't give it more of a chance based on his track record. I mean, this guy, it's I guess a Tony Award winner, an Oscar winner, and he writes things that are a little offbeat. I mean, Doubt was pretty conventional,
Yeah.
despite being great. But Joe versus the Volcano and Moonstruck are weird. Um,
I love those.
yeah, exactly. And so I just don't understand why people didn't kind of approach this movie with a little more consideration. It's very easy to make fun of. In fact, that podcast that I don't care for, How Did This Get Made? Have you ever listened to that?
Uh, no, I know of it, but I don't watch it regularly.
Well, they did an episode on this movie, and I just don't understand. Like, to me, it makes a little more sense for them to rag on something like the Fast and Furious series, which is just,
Yeah.
they don't mind. They're popcorn blockbuster, goofy, not grounded in reality. But to like take like a prestige, playwright's work and just like deconstruct it with the same kind of tools that they use on uh, a fast movie doesn't make sense to me. Like, why are you picking on this movie? Anyways, it got like swamped with bad criticisms, and some of them you're like, okay, if you want to like knock on their Irish accents, I guess, be my guest. That to me, you know, I don't know. It's just, and some people will be like, "Ah, it looks like a Hallmark movie," and then give me a break, dude. This movie is so powerful and profound, and so this is one of the hills I'll die on.
I remember watching the preview for it, the trailer. I don't want to say trailer because I don't want you to spaz out, but
Get triggered, yeah.
yeah, get triggered. But the preview for it, and it did look like a top tier Hallmark movie. It looked like a
Yeah, but
Hallmark
look,
movie, like
you
a
got
top tier.
Shanley behind it. I mean, it looks gorgeous. To me, it looks beautiful. I just don't. To me, it looks just incredibly, insanely beautiful. Okay, but you've got Shanley behind it. You've got Dornan. You've got Emily Blunt. You've got John Hamm. You've got Christopher Walken. I mean, this movie made me cry. I don't know what to say.
So is it like a romance movie or? I don't know. That's another
Yes,
thing, dude.
it's a romance movie.
Okay,
Do
that's
you
what it
remember
is.
that? Remember romance, Sam? Like that old thing that we've
I
just
do. I
discarded and
do.
trampled on?
Listen, dude. Romance movies. Vanessa makes fun of me all the time for them because I'm just that's my guilty pleasure. I like rom coms or romantic dramas.
Oh,
So,
dude, you guys should all listen to Sammy's song "Happiness" on Spotify. Oh my goodness, you talk about a beautiful love song. I be singing it all the time.
well, I appreciate that, Mitch. Um, but yeah, I'm not afraid to say it. I love romantic films, but I don't know, man. I looked at the trailer and I remember seeing it after you had mentioned it, and it just was like, it just didn't do anything
I
for
feel like
me.
I'm alone, dude. You know, 'cause Lori was kind of cool towards it,
Oh,
and
she didn't like it
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, but she was
Be-
cool towards it. I'll say that. And
because I I I often see that whenever y'all two watch a movie, I'm kind of like in the middle of y'all, right?
on the
Like
couch in the middle of this, it's
yeah,
Sam.
you'll love a movie where she's kind of like lukewarm to it, where and I'll watch the same movie and think, oh, it was pretty good. Like it's right there in the middle where
Maybe
so
speaking of, I mean, we both are a little bit anomalous because we both love and defend the Final Reckoning, which for some reason everyone on this
really,
planet seems to think this is like middling cinema when it's just
dude,
outside of your mind good.
I know you're trying to provoke me. I know you're trying to
I'm
provoke.
not. Dude,
You
you're trying.
are, dude. You're
Why would I
setting
want
me
to
up.
provoke you?
You're
You're my
setting me up.
friend.
Because you just said that both of us love it, and you know that I don't love Final Reckoning.
No, I was talking about Lori and I. So it's an example of how
Wow.
you're
Okay.
not in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
both loved it. Not you and I, Lori and I both loved it and defend it. Um,
Okay. Well, look, if you remove the first hour of that movie,
I
I think you
then you
have yourself.
lose an hour of an amazing movie. And I don't want to do that.
Dude, that movie's like close to 3 hours long. It did not
I
need to
wish it
be
was
that long.
longer, dude. I wish it was longer. I ran into this theater like a secret agent. You know, it's like, where's that suitcase and where's that fuse? There's something going on.
Well, I will say it was a, well, I don't know. I guess it was a tad bit more enjoyable than the previous one.
I
But
think
I
it's
just,
weird, what happens, we just can't see what's in front of us. You can't see the magic. We were too inundated. I need a break, dude. I need to get off of these movies. I need to get out of this planet. You know what I'm saying?
dude, you need to do what I had did that one year.
We got to take a year off.
Yeah, I took a year, dude. That was the hardest thing. That
Yeah,
was one of the hardest things I have
because you were
ever had to
seeing
do.
stuff come out, and you're like, dude, I'm not getting that time back. But what was that year like for you? Just tell me, like, what did you do? What did you do in your spare time?
Well, so that year was around
2010 or
2000,
something?
2010. Yeah, because when I got out, when I got out, like if I was in prison.
It was like Al Pacino in Godfather 3. Every time I get out, they pull me right back in.
when I finished that year long, that's when your brother and we freaking had a movie marathon.
Yeah,
Oh, that was one of the best movie days of all time, dude. But
yeah,
anyways, it was really hard, man. And let me tell you, it was more hard whenever people that I loved were together watching a movie, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I would go into the living room and my mom and my dad and my brothers would be sitting there watching a movie and go.
Did you honk? Dude, don't honk, please. It's dangerous. You don't
This
know who's in that
person
car.
this person does not know how to drive.
Yeah, but nevertheless, man, you don't need to honk because what if they're, what if they get a screw loose? You just need to be
That's
patient
true.
and
That's true. That's true. But what is the horn there for, though?
you need it sometimes to warn someone if there's like an immediate danger, but not to say, "Hey, wake up, look alive," or "Hey, what's your problem?" or "Look at the mistake you made."
I think that's exactly why the horn was there.
What? Let me ask you this: Why didn't God put a horn on your body?
That's he did. Our voice. Hey, hey,
You got me.
hey,
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 why didn't we make the horn on the car like the human voice? Like, hey, hey.
hey, hey.
Or we should have a few different tones on there, like hey, and then one that's like hey. We should have. It should literally say "watch out," so like they know exactly what you're trying to communicate with the horn. There's no way Tesla didn't install some stuff like that. They've got like a whoopee cushion. Have you seen the Tesla? They've got like a whoopee cushion feature that you can assign to a seat.
Wait, Tesla has a whoopee cushion?
The car, yeah, is so there's like a computer. And have you ever ridden in one?
No, I haven't actually.
It's an insane vehicle, dude. But yeah, it's got like a whoopee cushion feature.
Oh, hopping out of my.
But
Anyways,
yeah, I
dude.
think about I think about taking off movies. And I'm like, dude, that would be sad because me and Sam, how are we gonna talk? Uh, but I've also like seen like probably over 3,000 movies. So I think we're good. Like
You,
today, I didn't watch any movies, and I'm like, well, what about Captain Fantastic? What about The Beast? What about Wild Mountain Thyme? I've had enough. I'm good.
so you're taking a month? Are you taking a year off?
I'm taking the rest of my life off, okay? Of trailers, okay? Try to relax.
Wow, dude. I don't think that I don't know, man. I'm telling you. I think maybe you could do the month. Maybe you could do a few months, but and how are you gonna do it with all these uh people who are wanting to talk to you about movies? And then you're not gonna be able to put reviews on Letterboxd
Maybe I'll just like stop watching contemporary movies.
and just start watching like older films.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's just my kind of way of saying, hey guys, that's enough. Don't make any more movies. Stop. We've got enough. That's all we need left at all. And yes.
well, I will agree with you.
Uh-oh. What a
I,
pleasant surprise.
I do think that the way movies have been made recently, it makes me miss the old days. Sometimes I do want to just. There's something about just putting on an old classic film, right? it's it's pure. Um, I don't know. Whenever I was watching those few movies, uh, Double Indemnity, uh, Laura. Do you remember when we talked about those?
I do, yeah.
There was something about it that I don't know, dude. It felt it felt like I
Let's
said, very pure.
let's just get to the Oscars and get this over with, dude.
Folks, Mitch is going through a time right now. Please be understanding. All right, dude. Well, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. See you. Pray for me.